What's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to another Spiritually.Ziya reading. So today I am coming to you with a channeled message, all right? And we're going to dive into some tarot too, but there's something about accessing higher levels of consciousness, being in between different dimensions, different realms, and making some power moves, okay? So I'm excited to dive into this reading because I enjoy doing like more spiritually based readings. I love doing all the different types of readings, but I really do enjoy these types of readings. I feel like this is my forte, you know what I mean? So we're going to jump in with some tarot first and see what the spirit want you to know. I feel like you guys are definitely like energy workers. You guys do a lot of work in the dream world, okay? Astral projecting, lucid dreaming. And I'm also feeling like a lot of you guys that were drawn to this reading today or that are coming across this are great healers. You work very closely or are ascended masters that have chose to come here and incarnate in the flesh, okay? So yeah, I feel like you guys have like a big mission. And look, as I'm talking about like ascended masters and stuff, we got Archangel Michael coming out. So even archangels, okay, it's like their spirit is within you. You guys chose to incarnate in the flesh to serve a greater purpose, you know. So let's see. What message do you have for the collective today? We got the Queen of Pentacles coming out. We have the Seven of Wands. So with the page, or not the page, why am I saying the page? With the Queen of Pentacles coming out, this is definitely an energy of somebody who is very nurturing, very compassionate, very loving, definitely a very healing energy. All queens are tied in with water, plus whatever element they're in. So the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is very intuitive, very kind, compassionate, mothering, also somebody who's very grounded, okay? So I feel like you guys are like anchors. You guys come here to anchor frequencies. Maybe that's why the message of being between realms, different dimensions, energies, frequencies is coming through, because you guys anchor these energies. You guys are like the beacon in the bridge, okay? So you showcase the path before for these energies to be able to find their way, and then you bridge that gap between the metaphysical and the physical, right? So that's awesome. Something about like your guys' spiritual abilities is going to be really heightened over the next couple months. All right, so get ready for that. I'm feeling like, because I don't know if you guys can really see it very well, but this is like green and blue in this background with a little bit of purple at the bottom. So you guys definitely work a lot with your heart chakra and your throat chakra as well as your third eye. But like your heart and your throat chakra are the more predominant energies that you guys work with, because you guys are alchemists, right? And when you bridge energies, you do that through the energy of like love. And I feel like this is something that does connect you more with your purpose. I think this is something that you guys kind of intended on doing when you guys came here, right? When you incarnated. So doing this type of work does fill you with purpose. It fills you with purpose. I'm gonna leave that right there. And with this Seven of Wands coming out, I feel like you guys are people who kind of trigger spiritual awakenings in others, okay? You guys do trigger like transformation. I feel like you guys are like more gentle with it, okay? It's not like you guys come through and like like with that tower energy. You know what I mean? Not to say that it's still not triggering for people, because I do feel like it is, with the Seven of Wands there in the typical like Rider-Waite tarot, right? You see somebody standing there with their wand, and you have a bunch of other wands, like people trying to attack this person, and they're on the defense. They're trying to protect what they've built. And all of these wands that are coming for this person are the same ones that were just celebrating them in the Six of Wands, right? Celebrating their success and their victory. And now it's like the tables have turned, and it's turned into jealousy and envy. So it's like, it's not that these people necessarily wish you bad. I think a lot of people are more so jealous of your free spirit, okay? I think a lot of people envy that about you, and it's not something that you should necessarily really focus on, because I feel like you live your life through pure intentions, through love, right? And that's why life is a little bit more effortless for you. It's not to say you don't have your own challenges and shit, but I think the way that people perceive it is like you just, like the road is just open for you. You know, they don't get to see all of the work that you have to do as well to get to this point, right? They just see where you are and who you are, and they want to be more like you. And it does trigger envy. And I do think that you guys just naturally trigger people's shadowy aspects, because you're helping them heal, right? And in order to heal, these things have to come to the forefront. So, yeah, I am picking that up very strongly. You guys definitely stand out in the crowd, okay? This butterfly just making me feel like somebody who, like, your work speaks for itself. Your energy speaks for itself. You don't have to, like, boast, or, is that the word? Boast? Yeah, I think it is. You don't have to big yourself up or nothing like that. It's not to say that you don't, but you don't have to, because everything speaks for itself. Like, the work that you've done shows. People wouldn't look at you and see your past, because, like, where you are today is just so different from where you were before, where you were yesterday, where you were a month ago, where you were a year ago. You know what I mean? Like, you don't wear your trauma and your triggers on your physical body. So when people look at you, they just see this like pure, clean, like slate. Like, you just have so much unlimited potential. And everybody does, but you're like living in that. You're tapping into that. You're flowing with that, okay? These are a lot of cards. There's that death energy, though. That's what I was talking about. Like, you guys trigger people's transformation. And with the death card kind of coming out in reverse, it's making me think of like people that resist change the most are the people that you attract the most. Okay, so I know this sounds so weird, but it's like your healing, nurturing, loving energy, like you attract this to you, and these people are so resistant to it, but like your approach and the way that you help them see like themselves in a different light is what they need in order to be able to like kind of surrender to the process a little bit more. Okay. And then we also have the 10 of Swords, which is like an ending, okay? So people putting old limiting beliefs, perceptions, negative thinking, all of these different things that kind of wound them in their energy, putting that to rest is like, and I feel like this is even also your energy. Like, you're finally like at the end of a cycle of, you know, maybe you're one of those healers that it took you a while to like learn boundaries, and before you learn those boundaries, it's like so many people kind of got over on you, you know, and they did kind of fuck up your energy for a minute there, but it's like you're reclaiming your power, reclaiming your energy. Every sword that you take out of your bag, I mean, this one's even got it going through its eyes, but every sword that you take out of you is like you reclaiming your power, you deciding to choose love and healing over carrying these negative, heavy energies. Okay, so go you. Okay, we got the Sun of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords in reverse. And the main thing that I'm hearing with this is like, like the path was never meant to be easy. And I think that's something that you're helping people kind of accept. Like this path was never meant to be something that was just supposed to be like, boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay. Like it was meant to be more of a long, treacherous journey. So that way you can really learn everything that you're meant to and implement that. So that way you can be, I don't want to say a better version of yourself, because I feel like we're always the best version of who we can be with the energies that we're dealt with. You know what I mean? But it's like you are accessing a more accepting, loving version of who you are, right? Which allows you to be a little bit more free with your energy. You're not like constrained by fears and doubts, insecurities, like you accept that whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. And that is like a sign of emotional and mental maturity, okay? Like, but yeah, we also got the World in reverse. Something that I'm hearing with this is like you guys are cycle breakers, okay? Um, and I think something that you kind of naturally do is absorb other people's like their more heavier cycles, and you help them like free themselves from that. Okay. And I think there's a lot of it's kind of like a thankless job, okay? Because a lot of people don't really realize what you're helping them do. They kind of just like see the triggered like emotions and the wounds that come up when you're around them, and they kind of are blinded by that. But I do feel like this is like a job that you have to have like a really strong, resilient, compassionate soul to even like do work like that, okay? Because it's not easy work. It's not. It's really not. Um, I was gonna say something else with that World card, and I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know. I feel like Spirit is really just kind of telling you to like take as much time as you need to process all these energies and to like cleanse your energy often, okay? Doing this work does become really draining sometimes, and you do need a break. And just because this is part of your purpose and it's what fills you with purpose and gratitude and kind of connects you with your destiny and things like that, doesn't mean that that's something that you have to have on all the time, right? Like, you do deserve a break from it. You do deserve to kind of like retreat in your own energy and to just decompress. Like, that is something that you have done more than enough work to earn, okay? So I'm trying to think, what other cards do I want to grab? I'm going to pull a couple of these. I just feel like Spirit is like, kind of commending you on your hard work, and just also letting you know that like your abilities are going to be really heightened over the next few months. So get ready for people to be triggered more than ever by you when you're light and your healing energy, okay? Because it just happens. It comes with the territory. It's not really your fault. There's just so many like wounded people that are walking on this planet right now that are unconscious to what needs to be healed, and you're just bringing that to light. All right? It's not really anything that you've done in a negative way or nothing like that. As I'm talking about retreating and stuff, we got withdraw with number 60, and it says guilt, awakening, and rejection. Yeah, I feel like I said before, like it's okay to retreat in your own energy. You don't need to feel, oh, it says quit. Why did I say guilt? Quit, awakening, and rejection. Maybe some of you guys do feel guilty sometimes for pulling your energy back, like almost like you need to be helping all the time because that's like your job. Okay, it could literally be like your job. Like you guys could be healers, like Reiki practitioners, or coaches, guidance counselors, psychologists. You guys could be doctors. There's like so many different things that you can do to like contribute to the healing arts, I guess you could say. So you guys could be like almost feeling guilty, like if you take like a day for yourself, like, oh my God, my clients are really going to need me today. Like I should be out there. I should be helping them, but I'm just low energy. I can't like, and Spirit's like telling you like, it's okay to take these days for yourself. You actually, when you do that, you are choosing to, not give people like half-ass energy, which is, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, okay? It's a good thing. I'm trying to think of ways to like word this. You're like giving people more of your undivided attention, right? If you keep coming to work and you're fucking drained, you're not going to give people like the fullness of the energy that you could give them if you were to take a day for yourself or take a week to yourself. You know what I mean? But yeah, Spirit is telling you it's okay to take time off. It's okay to take a break from friends or to take a break from just the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Maybe you need to go rent a cabin somewhere if you can afford it, right? Rent a cabin somewhere and just be with nature, become one with nature, like ground your own energy, because you do a lot of spiritual work. I definitely see that. And we even got like this purple like aura around this person, and they're snapping the cigarette in half, and it's just making me think of like somebody who is very strong-willed, somebody who is very disciplined, somebody who chooses their health, their well-being over, you know, substances and toxicity, things like that. Because, you know, I mean, this doesn't just have to mean like a physical substance that you're putting in your body. This can just be anything that's toxic to your well-being, your spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Hold on. We got evidence, detection, investigation, and proof with number 55. And we got saving, preservation, collection, and meanness with number 49. So, with the 55 coming out, you guys are definitely master teachers, okay? Ascended masters, things like that. Come here, sweetheart. She was just chilling by herself, but her want to come hang out. Say hi. And I feel like part of this is not just talking about like saving money. Okay, it could be kind of insinuating like that, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles as well. This is somebody who is on their shit. They are good at saving. They make proper investments, you know, like they're smart when it comes to managing finances and things like that. But I do feel like this is more so talking about like preserving like your resources, not even just finances, but your energy, your time, right? Managing time wisely. And we got all of this gray on these two women, which is making me think of somebody who is wise, somebody who's mature. You are like an elder in the spiritual realm, okay? You've been doing this, all right? This ain't your first rodeo. And I'm kind of feeling that with this, the world card being in reverse. Like, this is not my first rodeo. Like, I've incarnated many of times before. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like you've really taken a lot with you through each lifetime, a lot of lessons, a lot of wisdom. But yeah, I feel like you guys are also going through your own like awakening process right now. And you guys could be feeling a little bit extra drained at the moment. So just give yourself some time, you know, take a little break from the work that you're doing if you can, and make sure that you're preserving your energy for this next move that you're about to make. Because I feel like you're about to do something like really big, okay? Here you go, Peanut. Here you go, Peanut. There's some toys. Here's some toys. I'm going to pull one more card and then I'm going to come play with you, okay? So let's get a card from Archangel Metatron because this deck is calling my name right now. Let's see. And I will read this out of the book as well. So might be a little bit of a longer excerpt. I don't know what the word would be. Something like that. Let's get a message from Archangel Metatron for the collective. Review and reflection. Time out needed. Yeah, I can't make it up. And we got number 2. Just making me think of like the High Priestess as well. Like you guys receiving a lot of insight. We got number 33 with Dimensional Gateway and Invitation. Yeah, you guys are definitely being... I don't know if you guys seen my reading that I posted not that long ago. I can't tell you exactly how long ago I posted it, but it was like talking about Archangel Metatron inviting you into the initiation, okay? So it's like you guys are going through your own initiation with your angels and your guides in the universe. And in order to do that, I feel like you guys have to... Sorry, I'm trying to find this page and talk at the same time. You guys have to, like, fully let go. You guys have to surrender, like, your guys' expectations, limitations, anything that you guys have been carrying from any lifetime, from this lifetime, okay? Like, you guys have to finally let that go. You guys have to surrender that. And I feel like before we go through this full initiation, we kind of go through like a judgment moment where we get to review our life, all of the choices that we've made. And I'm feeling even on a grander scale of than just like this lifetime. Like I'm seeing like you reviewing the Akashics, right? All of the lifetimes together, simultaneously, seeing all the choices that you made, the consequences, everything that has led up to this very moment of you about to like step onto this threshold, right? This new paradigm, I guess you could say. You guys are kind of going through that review process where we're like implementing, integrating all of our lessons, our love, and everything that we need to kind of like make this power move. Ooh, there comes the power move, right? Everything that we need to make this fucking power move coming up, okay? Y'all ain't playing, all right? Don't play with yourself. We got timeout needed. Card number 2, links to the moon, our subconscious self, the feminine energy, illumination, and reflection. It says, just as action is required at times in life, so is the need to stand back and review and reflect. Balance comes from learning that both are important and serve each other well. Success comes from not rushing or trying to be first, but in taking time to plan, review, and create strategy to achieve your goals and desires. Period. You are at a time right now where you are urged to momentarily stop and see how far you have come. The path of the wise one is to know when energy needs to be conserved, when to stop and take a breath, and when it's time, when it's time for reflection. Take a moment to look back and appreciate the difference between who you were a year ago and who you are today. Are you satisfied with your progress? Do you feel content with how things are? Do you notice the changes in yourself and your own evolution? Look at the landscape from whence you have come. The people who shaped you, the experiences along the way, the thoughts and feelings from your past that have created this moment and who you are now. Appreciate all of this. All served you. What did the past teach you? What have you gained or perhaps lost? See all of it, however difficult, as part of life's rich tapestry, each aspect forming the fabrics of your life. You may be asked to look back and forgive or accept something you have found challenging or you may be asked to reach out in friendship to those you have lost touch with. As you look back, Metatron will show you what is now, or what it is that now requires attention. Visualize yourself beside a still pool of fresh water and notice where your attention wanders. Maybe to a past person or event, and allow that now. Feel what you are supposed to feel and allow insight and healing to come to you. Link into your heartbeat and allow it to match that of the earth. Connect with the still waters of the pool in front of you and allow the water within your emotional body to calm. All is well as you pause, review, and reflect. The full moon reflected in the pool is supporting you to do this and to feel the truth of her feminine silvery light. This lunar influence will also help you get deeper in touch with your innermost feelings and desires and rest a while in her soft embrace. The moon rules your subconscious and allows her to stir that within you to recall moments that you have yet to be properly processed or remembered. This may include recalling moments in your life that you have buried or failed to accept and review of past lives. There is no rush, just a gentle, slow pace. Time stops and allows you to spend a sacred moment reflecting on all that was, all that is, and all that can be. So, Archangel Metatron coming through, just kind of, giving you a more beautiful way of saying what I literally just said. So I'm going to leave this here. Hopefully this resonates with you guys. Definitely feel free to give this a like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell button so you don't miss when I upload. Hope to see you guys in my next one. Take care.